He's on.
This is the regular board meeting of Tatum ISD. It is now 5:30 PM, August 10th, 2026, and we have a quorum. Matt Crawford will lead us in the pledge, followed by Kirk Smith in the oath of invocation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for letting us be here today and help guide us and make good decisions for our students, our staff, and our community. And just be with us as we begin this new beginning year, an exciting time. Be with the sports activities and everything as they travel from here to there. And just let this year be an outstanding year for us. In your name, amen.
Anyone sign up for open forum?
No, sir.
Y'all have before you the list of consent items. I need a motion to approve them as presented.
Mr. President, I so move.
Motion made by Mr. Smith. Seconded by Mr. Skinner. All in favor? Opposed? None. Motion carried.
All right, next item that we have is our, I believe that's our board dates that are, due to the school calendar. We're gonna be moving our October board meeting from October, to October 5th, because October 12th is a holiday for the school. So we'll make note of that. I'll remind you of that as well. And then next up, we have, Mr. Milam for a budget update real quick.
All right, so it's our current budget. This is, next year, if you wanna go back that,
You wanna go back to last year's or this year's?
this current year, yes, sir.
Okay.
You can do that for me. So it's kind of where we're standing at this point. Right now, it does include the roof that they're getting done right now. The update on the roof is that it will be completed by August 31st, hopefully. And so they're working, I think they've done the wings that the students actually come in and out of the school, so the safety, they Todd wanted to get those done just for safety reasons, but, it's coming along all right. But hope to be done by year end. That's kind of where we're standing. So looking at next year's budget, so we do have the certified values. We put them in the template, and the state gives us our compressed tax rate, which is lower. And so our tax rate, total tax rate for next year will be obviously lower than it was this past year. Property values increased, so we didn't lose really any revenue. So if you'll go to that, go down a little bit. Keep going. We're sitting right now a little bit to the green, about 35,000, but again, we're still not totally done with the budget, and we are going to talk about the budget obviously in the next board meeting. Those are some things that are included. Some capital expenditures are included in next year's budget. Wes says we need to replace some teacher laptops, special ed bus, some AC units, the tents for the safety audit that we have to go through, obviously the fencing as well. And that is for one of the T logos. I think Dr. Richardson has shared with you maybe some renderings of a T that's LED backlit that we thought about putting on the Coliseum. Now there's two different options as far as we're going to put them. I think we'll put them in place on the wall that you walk up the stairs, and that big wall that's blank, nothing on it. The T logo's right there. I believe that's a 10-foot logo on that location.
We're concerned about the lights hitting it on the other side of the building, parking lights.
Yeah, there's a light on that wall, that west wall that.
So which wall right there are you looking at? The one on the left right there?
If you're looking right now, it'd be the left wall, that'd be facing it, like if you're walking up, you'd see
Oh,
it.
yeah,
And you're still gonna see it driving in.
yeah.
Cool.
This wall on this side has a big light right there that shines down, so I'm thinking it might take away from that.
So it's 10 foot tall?
I think it's 10 foot. One, and we've got another quote for the press box on the football field. When you're driving in, the press box right there says Tatum Stadium on the left, and on the right, there's a blank spot. We got a quote for that one as well. But what Dr. Richardson and I talked about is that maybe just doing one this year to see how it looks. Is it functional? Does it break down? I mean, we don't want to buy two of them and have two problems. So buy one, see how it looks. and go from there. It's 10-foot backlit green logo.
Is there a discount for buying more than one?
Same price. The only savings we would have if we bought two would just be the renting of the electrical, was a little bit, not much run electricity, so. Anyway, that's what all those, big expenditures in the budget, that's kind of where we're standing right now. We still need to do some payroll simulations to make sure, we're good there on taxes and benefits and, people still signing up for insurance, so. Anyway, that's kind of what we're saying.
All right, Mr. Milam, you're still up. We're gonna-
Yes. So now that we got our certified values, we can actually publish what our proposed tax rate will be, and so, we need, this is what our tax rate will be, that's what we're gonna propose, in our next meeting. So our next meeting, we're gonna talk about that now.
We'll talk about that the next.
Okay.
Action item. So I guess this is probably, the next item is the proposed meeting. We gotta do that first. So the meeting, I'd like to try to do it on the 27th. If y'all are available that evening. We can do it in the morning, cause that'll probably be one of the few things that we have on the agenda. If you can do it 8 o'clock, we could do an 8 o'clock, see a nod for an 8. So,
27th,
is that a Thursday?
It's a Thursday.
Thursday.
Because we have a football game that night, we play
Hey,
James.
oh gosh, this, okay. So that morning at 8 o'clock, if we could have at least 4 for commitment out of y'all, you think y'all got 2? Okay, good,
Yeah.
okay. So we need to set that date, if y'all will make a motion for the 27th at 8 AM.
I think that's what we haven't got any.
Everybody good with that? Good. I need a motion to approve August 27th, 8 AM as the date for a public meeting for the purpose of discussing the proposed budget and proposed tax rate. Motion made by Mr. Crawford,
I'll second.
second made by Mrs. Amy. All in favor? All opposed? None? Motion carried.
And then, of course, Mr. Milam already discussed the proposed tax rate, that you have that before you. We'll need a motion to approve that.
Do I have a motion to approve the proposed tax rate of 0.9042 cents comprised of 0.7708 M&O and 0.1334 INS to be used in publications for notice of said public meeting?
Mr. President, I so move.
Motion made by Mr. Smith,
I'll second.
second made by Mrs. Amy. All in favor? Opposed? None? Motion carried.
Thank you. The next item that we have is, we had our leadership retreat, and the principals discussed with us about our grading policy and removing in the policy, allowing students an opportunity to redo assignments. They expressed the concern how the teachers are having to, some of them are taking it late, and it's causing an issue there. Some don't take it later than 3 days, and so they're not following the policy. And we're seeing more and more kids get more and more chances. And, my honest opinion is, and I got Ms. Hopkins, she can speak on it too, from the teacher standpoint, the campus standpoint. But they can redo a test, but if you're not gonna do your work, you shouldn't have an opportunity to redo it. Now, if you're absent, yeah, you still got your time to make that up. But this is, you failed your homework because you don't want to turn it in. So now, I'm not gonna work on it, I'll just turn it in next week or whatever. Is that kind of,
Yes, sir, that's correct. So over the years, the students have, learned how to work the system a little bit. So they figure out, we've got this assignment. I don't necessarily want to work on it tonight, but I know that, if I turn it in, it's wrong, and I still get a maximum of a 7. And I understand the logic behind that original decision. But they're at the place where the 70 is just what they do. Well, by the time that they turn that in, everyone else's work has been returned to them, most of the time. So their work's been returned to them. So they ask any of their friends, hey, let me have your copy. So they are getting hundreds on them over and over and over again, even though they get the maximum of 70. But they're not really learning anything. So there's the consideration that the assignment has come and gone. The process in the classroom has moved forward. They've, moved beyond that. And they also, teachers had developed a habit, once again, conversations with teachers about following policy, but they had developed a habit of allowing them, to turn it in outside of the time frame. And you get to the end of the 6 weeks and you've got little Johnny that's got 9 assignments due out of 13 or, however many it is. And they're not penalizing them as policy states. It also puts a tremendous amount, part of the discussion at leadership retreat was that teachers going back and grading that. And teacher uses a key when they grade, unless it's writing possibly, or it's completely, every student's different. So they've got to go find that assignment again. They've got to find that key again. They've got to grade, go back and grade something that's already passed. And there's the extra work for the teachers as well. One of the things that's been a common conversation among administrators is the comparison of our, can't call them benchmark scores anymore, but the 6-week scores, the 6 weeks test. And historically, our kids are not performing very well on the 6 weeks test. But you look at their report card grades, and the report card grades are significantly higher. Part of the thought process on requesting this change is that if we are holding them accountable for all of that daily work, then it will be a more accurate reflection of what that 6 weeks grade should be as well. So instead of allowing them to turn them in over and over again. So I do think there's an accountability piece of it for students. There's going to be an adjustment for students. This rule does not impede a student that has an IEP or a 504 from following those accommodations that are appropriate, or even an LPAC accommodation. They will still, teachers will still be federally regulated by that, so that they're meeting those accommodations. So we're still meeting the needs of the students that might have a special accommodation need, but the students that fall under the other umbrella will have the just be held to a more accountable standard. That help at all?
Yeah, good.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
I need a motion to approve the change to EIA local board policy, academic achievement grading and progress reports to parents presented.
Mr. President, I so approve.
Motion made by Mr. Skinner, there's second. Second made by Mr. Smith. All in favor? All opposed? None motion carried.
Principal, y'all need to make sure they update the handbooks.
Yes, sir.
The next thing is every year we get to consider and approve designation of non-business days. We get up to 10 business days. Ms. Sloan gets to pick and choose the days for open records, since she's our open records queen. And so you see, she's so excited. And so she has chosen the following dates that you see on there. As she tries to spread them out over holidays, so the 10-day rule, we have a break in between. And so with the number of open record requests that we receive a week, this is something that we must do, and I guess everybody in the state has to do it. In the school districts, they all do it. So as you see before you, there's the dates that are in blue. Those are going to be our 10 flex days, to where and they're usually kind of around some holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. In case we get something during the holidays and we're not here, that 10-day don't start going, so to speak. So I need a motion to approve those.
I need a motion to approve the House Bill 3033 designation requirement of 10 non-business days under the Texas Public Information Act for calendar year 26-27 as presented.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion made by Ms. Amick, second made by Mr. Smith. All in favor? Opposed? None motion carried. This concludes the portion of the Tatum ISD regular board meeting. The board will now convene into executive session to consider a level 3 grievance filed by Zachary Peters. The grievance will be conducted in a closed session under one or more of the following sections of Texas Government Code 551-1071 to seek and receive legal advice from the board's attorney. Section 551-10821 for the purpose of deliberating in a matter regarding a public school student if personally identifiable information about the student will necessarily be revealed by the deliberation and/or any other applicable provisions of Texas Government Code Section 551. It is now 5:45.